The voice of sharing. 旅人ASEAN.
ASEAN Dailies. First and foremost news from Southeast Asia.
Hello, welcome to ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing. The hottest story today is the former Malaysian Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad yesterday from UMNO, the dominant Malay party from the Barisan National Coalition. This is not his first time quitting UMNO and showing his vocal disagreement with the Central Party leadership. He infamously quit UMNO during Abdullah Badawi's time as well, when BN did horribly in the 2008 elections. Not to forget, he was sacked by Tunku Abdul Rahman in 1969 following the May 13th racial riot, and his book The Malay Dilemma was banned at the time. He will continue to play an important role in UMNO and in Malaysia politics. Although how far his departure from UMNO would impact the Najib's administration is left to be seen. On ASEAN Dailies, we will bring you the daily updates and the commentaries on issues and events that are impacting this region. I'm your host, Grace Cho, and today, on Tuesday, 1st of March 2016, we'll bring you the latest politics and current affairs news from Southeast Asia. Our top story today. As the South China Sea saga continues, ASEAN has expressed serious concern on Saturday about growing international tension over disputed waters in South China Sea. Ministers remained seriously concerned over recent and ongoing developments, they told ASEAN foreign ministers. And this is because friction has increased over China's recent deployment of missiles and fighter jets to the disputed Paracel Island chain. Also, land reclamation and also escalating activity has increased tensions and also could undermine peace, security, and stability in the region. The countries like Laos, which has no maritime claims about it, but finds itself in the difficult position of dealing with the neighborings at odds over South China Sea. That is tasked with finding common ground on the issue as the ASEAN chair in 2016. On the other hand, countries such as the Philippines, Vietnam, they are heightening their defense security against China. Just recently, Japan signed an accord with the Philippines to allow Tokyo to supply military equipment to Manila, the first such Japanese defense pact. The new pact will pave the way for Japan to sell new military hardware, transfer defense technology, donate used military equipment, or provide defense training to Filipino forces. China's maritime claims are ASEAN's most contentious issue, and its members struggle to balance mutual support with their growing economic relations with Beijing. And in fact, China is the biggest trade partner for many ASEAN nations. Well, for the next news, let's move on. It's about the refugee research. So this refugee research and rescue team launches ship in Southeast Asia. The humanitarian team that sent ship to rescue refugees and migrants in the Mediterranean will launch a Southeast Asia mission this weekend to calm the seas for the boat people, especially including Rohingya Muslims fleeing persecution in Myanmar. So American entrepreneur Christopher Catrabon and his Italian wife Regina set up the Migrant Offshore Aid Station, or it's called MOAS, in response to the 2013 Lampedusa tragedy, when several hundred migrants drowned after their boat sank as they tried to cross Europe from Libya. So in Samut Prakan, the Bangkok suburb on the Gulf of Thailand, Catrabon on Friday took journalists on a tour of MY or My Phoenix, which the crew will coordinate with the Coast Guards, navies, and NGOs to track and rescue boat people as needed. So if we can save one life, this entire mission is worth it, this is according to him. And when he was asked by journalists if the region's government would allow Rohingya boat people to land, the ship captain Thomas John Hansen replied, "Negative. When we establish communication with them, government officials they are referring to, the ball is with them. They have to reply. They have to do something." So the My Phoenix, which has been docked at the Thai port for repairs since November, is scheduled to set off to sea south towards Langkawi, Malaysia, and then spend 3 weeks in international waters in the Andaman Sea. So MOAS is partnering with the Bangkok-based advocacy group. It's called Fortify Rights, which will manage data collection and also provide guidance on the situation of the Rohingya. Well, let's move on to the next news from refugee rescue ship to poppy field. So the group of Christian hardline anti-drug vigilantes abandoned plans to destroy poppy fields in an area of northern Myanmar. That's after clashes broke out between their members and armed attackers in the past week. So Pat Jacinth, which is known for flogging drug users, he said it was calling off his mission in the mountainous Kachin state because local police and the military said they could not provide protection. The group were attacked by the mob wielding explosives and stones after it set out from the town in Waning Mao to try to destroy the nearby fields against the wishes of local farmers, and at least 32 members, including women, they were injured in the violent fight. So the army and the police failed to give proper security protection to the right group. According to them, when our leaders met with the government officials, police said they couldn't give security. Also, the army said we would have to talk to the central government directly as they couldn't give security. The country Myanmar is the world's second largest opium producer after Afghanistan, despite the government's repeated vows to eliminate this drug trade. So production has boomed amid weak law enforcement in the northern war-torn frontier. And it is also believed that both ethnic militias and the Myanmar military have tapped the lucrative multi-million-dollar trade to finance their long-running wars. So impoverished farmers in the remote region, meanwhile, say that they have few ways other than poppy cultivation to make a living. That's all from our ASEAN Daily today. Thank you for tuning into Drian ASEAN with Grace Cho. For more updates on Southeast Asia, please go to our website at Drian ASEAN. But if you're on the go, you can always download our TuneIn app on your mobile devices. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels at Drian ASEAN and Drian ASEAN TV. Do not forget to follow us on our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. We always welcome feedbacks from our listeners. Stay tuned with ASEAN Daily, Monday to Friday, same time at 12 to 1 p.m. on GMT Plus 8. Drian ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing.
You're now listening to Drian ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing.